Good afternoon from the garden. Today is the 2nd of July, which means it's exactly 3 months since I sowed my polyculture, and today I want to give you a little update and show you how it's doing. I kept weighing our harvests till the 15th of June, and up till then we harvested 7 kilos of greens from this bed. It was mostly mixed mustard and different lettuces, and 7 kilo is 15.5 pounds. So here in the Netherlands it would be an equivalent of 70 bags of mixed leaves from a supermarket, but obviously the quality of what we're harvesting is so much better. We don't have to do much here apart from harvesting. We watered the bed a couple of times, and once we used liquid comfrey feed to give the plants a boost, but you can see they're still doing great. There's still enough to harvest from this bed. One thing I want to stress again is the importance of sowing different varieties of the vegetables that I have in my polyculture. If you watched my first video when I was sowing, you probably know that I sowed I think 5 or 6 different varieties of lettuce, and because they grow at different rates, this gives me a longer period of harvest. Out of the varieties that I sowed, the cerbiata, for example, or the oak leaf lettuce grew the fastest, so these were harvested first, and you will not see them anymore in my bed. But the red leaf lettuces like the Lolo Rosso here or the American red edged over there do not grow that fast, so there are still some of them in the bed, and we're still picking some now. But most of the greens that you see now are the different varieties of radicchio. When you look at our bed, you might notice that the vegetables that are closer to the edges are doing better, and that's a result of harvesting, of thinning. Because our beds are 1.20 meters wide, 4 feet, it's actually not that easy for me to harvest the tiny plants from the middle. So I concentrated mainly on the edges, so those parts were thinned earlier, and the result is that the remaining vegetables got more space and are doing better. So if you're starting with this polyculture, my advice would be to do it in a bed which is a little narrower. I think 1 meter 3 feet would be fine, or if you're very tall, then this might not be a problem, but I find that it's not as easy to harvest from the middle. Here I want to give you a little close-up of what the huge variety in our polyculture looks like. This is parsnips. These will be ready in fall, but right next to them I have chard. We can already start harvesting it, and in this case I will not pull up the whole plant or cut the whole plant, but I can harvest the outer leaves and let it regrow. Here I have spring onions, which are, because of their growth habit, slender and upright, they can be right among other vegetables. Here is a red beet. There are some carrots, and I've already started harvesting some. I'll pull one up. So we're already eating some beautiful, delicious little carrots from the polyculture. Over here is radicchio, a variety of chicory, and these will form a close head later in the season. Here is parsley, Italian flatleaf parsley. There are also some self-sown plants that I let self-sow in my garden, like these tiny violets that I find all over, or dill, which is a delicious herb and also a good companion plant. This was a little update on our polyculture. If you're growing a polyculture as well, please let me know how it's doing. I would love to know about your experiences. And if you want to follow along with our garden, please subscribe. Happy gardening!